This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, Janardhan, Venkat.
Yes, sir.
వెంకట్ మీ క్లాసెస్ జరుగుతున్నాయి ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్?
ఈ వీక్ లో 2 days జరిగే అంతే సార్. టైం అంతా వేస్ట్ అవుతుంది.
2 days జరిగింది, ఈ రోజు కూడా జరగలేదా?
లేదు సార్, జరగలేదు. నిన్న లేదు,
హలో,
సండే లేదు.
క్లాసెస్ జరగలేదండి. నిన్న జరగలేదు, ఇవాళ జరగలేదు.
మ్మ్.
నిన్నేమో పవర్ ఫెయిల్యూర్ అన్నారు నిన్న. ఇవాళ రీజన్ చూడలేదు. ఐ వాజ్ డూయింగ్ సంథింగ్ ఎల్స్. ఐ డిడ్ నాట్ సీ ద రీజన్. సెషన్ క్లోజ్ అయిపోయింది.
మ్మ్. Please mute yourself. Oh, I didn't check the problem.
సార్, సోనార్ క్యూబ్ వీడియోస్ కొంచెం డ్రైవ్ లో అప్లోడ్ చేయండి సార్.
నేను నెట్ చేస్తా.
ఓకే సార్.
Right. We'll see NFS setup later. We'll go for new topic. backup and restore. To take the backup of operating system, user data, OS data, operating system data, user data, we have a commands like tar and cpable. But generally, most of the cases, we use only tar, not cpable. So we'll discuss only tar. So what tar stands? Tape archive. The syntax for tar is tar options destination and source. Options are C for copy, V for verbose, F for files, T for tables, X for extract, extract or restore. While taking the tar backup, there are two methods. One is L2 backup, L2 path. The other one is absolute path. We can take the tar backup by using L2 path or absolute path. L2 path or absolute path. First, we'll talk about L2 path. So here, well, out there are the options. What is my destination here? Destination is the tape drive. The naming convention for tape drive is /dev/st0. /dev/st0 naming convention for tape. For hard disk, /dev/sda. SDA for hard disk. For DVD, SR0. /dev/SR0 for DVD, like for tape drive, ST0. All these are storage devices. And source is the hard disk. So we are taking the backup from hard disk to tape drive. So first destination, then source. So coming to the L2 path. How to take the backup by using L2 path. Create one directory, mkdir, some directory, let us say work. Copy some files to this work directory, cp/etc/passwd, or go to etc directory. Copy the files cp, password, shadow, group, host, protocols. All these files copy to work directory. From etc, copy these files to work directory. Now the scenario is I am taking the files backup from the hard disk from the work directory to the tape drive. My tape drive is ST0. So I am already in the sorry. Okay. So relative backup, right? Relative path means what? What is the syntax? First destination, then source. First destination source. In relative path, you are taking the backup from the hard disk. From where? From the work directory. So first of all, you have to go to work directory first. From where you are taking the backup, from which directory you are taking the backup, go to the directory first, because it's a relative path, relative backup. From there, tar, cvf, C for copy, V for verbose, F for files, //st0. st0 is a tape drive. st0 tape drive from where we are copying the files from the work directory. I am already in the work directory, then dot. What dot represent? Copy the files from the current directory. What is my current directory? Work directory. It is going to take all the files from the work directory to the tape drive. My tape drive is st0. This is called relative path. So this is for backup from work directory to the tape drive. You want to see that what files are in the tape. To see what files are in the tape, run the command tar/tvf tvf/div/st0 to view the files in the tape. Tomorrow you want to extract it from the tape drive. Run the command tar/xvf/div/st0 x for extract or restore. So to restore the files from the tape. Restore the files from the tape. So all the files from the tape drive, it is going to restore where already I am in the work directory. These files are restored to the work directory because I am already in the work directory. Because it is relative path, relative backup, while taking the backup, you must be in the directory from where you are taking the backup. While restoring also, you must be in the directory to where you want to restore because it is relative backup. So while taking the backup, while restoring, you must be in the directory. Sometimes I don't want to restore in work directory. I want to restore to some other directory. Anywhere we can restore. For example, create one directory called mkdir/test. So I want to restore the files under test directory. Then go to cd/test, then restore it. Same command tar xvf/div/st0, then dot. It is restore everything to the current directory. That is called test. That is the advantage of relative backup. What is the advantage? We can restore the files anywhere, wherever you want. If I am not in the directory, current directory, if I am not in this directory, wherever I want to restore, if I am not in the directory, those files are restored to the current directory wherever we are because it doesn't know where to restore. Those files are restored to the current directory wherever we are. So this is about relative backup. Now coming to the absolute backup. What is the advantage of absolute? You need not go to work directory. You can take the backup from anywhere. In these basic commands, we already discussed what is relative, what is absolute. So tar cvf/div/st0 and /work/tar. So you don't need to go to work directory while taking the backup. You just need to specify the path. It is going to copy all the files from the work directory to the tape drive. The tape drive is st0. This is for copy. You want to see the files under tape. The command is same tar/tvf/div/st0. To restore the files from the tape, same command tar/xvf/div/st0 for restore. When I restore the files with tar/xvf, where these files are going to restore. If it is relative backup, those files are restored to the current directory wherever we are. In absolute backup, where these files are going to restore. The advantage here, these files are restored to the same directory from where you taken the backup. Those files are restored to the same directory from where you are taking the backup. Means what? those files are restored to the /work directory only. You need not worry about where to restore. Those files are restored automatically to the same directory. In case after taking the backup, if somebody remove the work directory, it automatically create the work directory, then restore the files. It automatically create the directory work and restore the files. That is the advantage of absolute backup. What is the disadvantage of absolute backup? Tomorrow, I want to restore this file to some other directory. It is not possible. Those files are restored to the same directory from where you taken the backup. You can't restore this file to some other directory. So what type of backup we are going to use in the real time? Relative backup or absolute backup? Anyone?
Absolutely.
Relative.
Relative backup. But the problem with relative backup is sometimes I want to restore the files to the same directory from where you taken the backup. In that case, I need to remember that these files are from which directory we taken the backup. We can't remember all the files and the location. Otherwise, we can't able to restore those files in relative backup. In relative backup, we need to remember the path where to restore. While restoring where to restore, you have to remember the path. It is not required in absolute. The path automatically copied. Because this path automatically copied while restoring, those files are restored to the same place. So there is a situation I want to restore the files to the same directory, same path. It is not possible in relative. It is possible in absolute. But there is a situation I want to restore the files not in the same directory to different directory. It is not possible in absolute. So we are going to use both relative path and absolute path. So when we use relative path, when we use absolute path. For example, you are taking the system files backup. System files backup means ls. ls is the command or a file. ls is the command or file. ls,
Command.
mkdir, pwd, user add, user del, all these are commands or files. Hmm? All these are commands or files.
File.
Files. I told you in the first class itself, Unix, no command concept, no folder concept. Unix, everything is a file. In Unix, everything is a file. All the commands are files. What type of files? Executable files. All these commands are executable files. So ls is the file, pw is a file. Where ls file resides under bin directory. ls file resides under bin directory, that is /bin/ls. Where mkdir resides, same directory /bin/ls. mkdir. Where pwd resides, same directory /bin/mkdir. Pwd. But where user file resides, /has been. This file resides /has been/useradd. Userdel /has been/userdel. We discussed earlier Unix directory structure, which directory contains what type of files. All user commands are under bin directory. All admin commands are under has been directory. So every command is a file, executable file. So if I am taking the system files backup, in relative backup, I have to go to bin directory, then take the ls backup. Tomorrow, somebody removed ls file. Unknowingly, by mistake, remove the ls file. While restoring also, I should go to bin directory, then restore it. If I restore this ls file, other than bin directory, ls command doesn't work. This command should be restored to the same place. Otherwise, this command doesn't work. ls always refers bin directory mkdir always refers bin directory, userat always refers as bin directory. If I restore this file to the test directory, ls doesn't work. So it is not possible if I go for L2 backup, it is not possible to remember which file, what is the location. So this kind of backup is system files backup, system database backup. All the commands comes under system files or system database, like /etc/password. It is a system database file. Somebody removed the password file. If password file is deleted, no user can log into your server. Somebody removed shadow file. No one can log in. I have a backup. If I take the system files backup using absolute, while restoring, those files are restored to the same place. You need not worry about where to restore. These files are restored to the same place automatically. While taking user home directories backup, for example, /home/Venkat, I am taking the Venkat home directory backup, data backup. So I need to specify here cd/home/Venkat, go to Venkat home directory, then take the tar backup. Because this is user data, user home directory backup or user data backup, we can go for relative backup. Because the user data, you can restore it anywhere, wherever you want. So while taking system files backup, always will go for absolute. While taking user data backup, always go for relative backup based on the requirement. Generally, after taking the backup, we have to compress it. Why do you want to compress? To store more data in the tape. To store more data in the tape. So for every compressor tool has extension. And what is uncompressed tool for this? For zip, extension is .zip. Uncompressed tool is unzip. For bzip, extension is .bzip. Use bunzip. For gzip, extension is .gzip. gzip. Uncompressed tool is gunzip. For compress, extension is .Z. Uncompressed. For zip.z. So every compressor tool has some extensions. Based on the extension, we have to use uncompressed tool. Any compressor tool, once you compress it, 75% of the data will be compressed, so that we can store more data in the tape. After taking the backup, we need to compress it. Let's see how to compress the data. So for example, I run the command Here I'm taking the backup from tape drive to tape drive, sorry, taking the backup from hard disk to tape. In place of taking the backup from hard disk to tape, I can take the backup from disk to pen drive. In place of tape drive, we can use pen drive. I can take the backup from disk to disk. We can also take the backup from disk to disk, one hard disk to other hard disk. Assume that I'm taking the backup from disk to disk. Then how you can take the backup? So assume that work directory in the first hard disk SDA and test directory in the second hard disk SDB. SD is the first hard disk, SDB is the second hard disk. So work is the first hard disk. I am taking the backup from work directory to the second hard disk to the test directory. That is called disk to disk backup. So how to take CD, go to work directory, tar cvf /test /work.tar, then dot. This is called relative backup. This is relative backup. So what is the meaning of this? Whatever files we have under work directory, everything will be stored in a file called work.tar. What is work.tar? What is the meaning of tar? A tar nothing but it's a file which contains group of files. The file which contains group of files, that is called tar format, where this tar file is created under test directory, where this test directory in the second hard disk. So I'm taking the backup from first disk to second disk. This is called disk to disk backup. Now, after taking the backup, you want to see the size of this tar file. You want to see the size of the tar file. What the command du-h, du-h /test/work.tar. This is to see the size of the tar file. For example, it is showing that 4 KB before compression. Before compression, the file showing that 4 KB. And I want to know that what type of this tar file. Work.tar is what type of file. We know the command. What is the command to know the type of the file? What is the command to know the type of the file? File name. File /test/work.tar. This is to check the type of the file. What type of file? We see that here it is shows that work.tar is a tar file. The output showing that it's a tar file. So how to see the size of the file? du-h. How to check the file type? File name. So this is now tar file. After taking the tar file, you have to compress it. After taking the backup, you have to compress it. You can use any tool as you wish, but most of the cases we always use ggip. So ggip /test/work.tar. What you are doing? We are compressing the tar file. When you see the file extension ls/test, we'll see that work.tar.gz. Why .gz? Because I compress this file in with ggip format. That's why .gz. You want to see the type of the file name /test/work.tar.gz. We'll see that ggip compressed. It is ggip compressed, meaning compressed with ggip tool. You want to see the size of the file, run the command du-h -h file name /test /work.tar.gz work.tar.gz. Sorry. So it shows that 4 KB. Before compression, the file's work.tar file size is 12 KB, not 4. Before compression, it was 12 KB. After compression, you can see 4 KB. There is the advantage of taking the backup to the tape, then compress it, so that we can store more data in the tape. Then how to extract this tar file? Because it is a compressed format, first uncompress it. How to uncompress? Because .gz use gunzip. Gunzip /test /work.tar.gz. First uncompress. Uncompress the gzip file. Then untar. Untar the tar file. So once we uncompress it with gunzip, there is no .gz, only work.tar because it is uncompressed. So I can directly use tar xvf xvf /test /work.tar. Only work.tar. First uncompress, then untar the tar. But maybe you attended DevOps classes. We have seen so many tools like Maven, SonarQube, Nexus. Those files comes with .tar.gz. So what we did, execute the command tar xzvf /test /work.tar.gz. Instead of using two commands, with a single command, we can uncompress and untar at a time. Uncompress and untar, both at a time. So when we discuss SonarQube installation, Nexus installation, Maven installation, we have done this how to extract the tar file. For example, Apache Tomcat. Whatever any software we are downloading from internet, this comes with .tar.gz format. You see .tar.gz. First gunzip, by using gunzip, first gunzip, then untar it. Instead of that, with a single command, we can uncompress and untar at a time. So this is clear. This
Yes,
is
sir.
how to take the tar backup, how to restore the tar backups. So real time as a DevOps in cloud admin, tomorrow you want to install some software, all the software comes with .tar.gz. Before you run the command, check the file type. For the command to check the file type, file name. You see here, I think you set up SonarQube, right? Today, OPT directory is only .zip format. File name. What type of file? Zip archive, zip format. So how to unzip file name. If it is zip format, unzip file name. and this one is set up now. Now see, this file comes with .tar.gz file name. Dot, hyphen, gzip compress. It's a tar file. The tar file again they compress with gzip. So first gunzip, then untar it, tar hpf or tar xzvf. While taking the backup also, instead of two commands, first zip, then tar it. Instead of two commands, single command, we can take the tar file and we can compress into gzip format with a single command. That is tar czvf. czvf, for example, slash test slash work dot tar dot gz, then dot. What this command is, whatever files we have under work directory, all the files is going to take the backup to the test directory with a file name called work.tar. .gz is not mandatory, take by default work.tar, and also at the same time is going to compress it. Whatever compressor format gzip for, it will take the tar backup and it immediately immediately it will compress it with gzip format. So this is the taking the tar backup and compress both at a time. With a single command, you can take the tar backup and compress it, while restoring also tar xzvf, uncompress and untar both at a time. So whenever you found the file .zip format, how to unzip that. Whenever you found the file .tar.gz format, how to uncompress, how to untar, all the stuff you require working as a DevOps engineer or a cloud engineer. So Monday we're going to start new topic, DNS, domain naming. So take the photo
1 minute.
and not this Monday, next Monday I'm going to start AWS in AWS.
Okay.
So can you
And
repeat? Monday?
not this Monday, next coming Monday I'm going to start AWS at 8 o'clock. Or I'll
So
start at 7 o'clock.
timings.
7 o'clock. Something.
Okay, sir.
7 o'clock morning, sir.
No, evening.
Huh?
Evening 8 to 9. I'll start one batch, evening batch, 8 p.m.
So that means the next week we will not have any AWS class.
No, my classes. Won't attend the ISR classes. You get in from Monday. I'll tell the ISR take classes.
Oh, okay, okay.
So my class
Uh,
is going to start not this Monday, next Monday.
okay. And I have
So
one
by
doubt.
next week, yeah, yeah,
Continue.
please.
Continue.
So by
You can
Continue.
next week
continue.
we will be completing the Linux admin.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, in case of
Okay.
after taking the backup, this Gunzip file will be written on the tape.
Yes.
Is there any command how to write it on the tape?
Taking the backup to the tape, write it in the tape, both are same, no? For example, I'll show you this practically. So create one directory, that is say work, copy some files, cp/etc/pathwd, etc shadow, etc group, etc host to work directory, ls work directory. Here the files in a work directory. So go to work directory, tar cvf, copy verbose files to tape drive /dev/st0. st0 is my tape drive, and dot means copy from the current directory. Where these files are copied to the tape drive st0. But physically I don't have a tape drive. Your laptop doesn't have a tape, but there is a file by default under DEV. Now
But in
assume that
production and
in production
yeah.
environment there is a physical drive. Physical drive, you'll see that the drive st0.
Oh, okay. In that one, we have to insert the tape, right?
Yes, you have to insert the tape. Tape already by default there will be inserted by default. If the
Oh,
tape is full, they remove the tape and insert add one more tape.
mm,
So you want to see the files in the tape tar tvf
mm.
/dev/st0 to see the files in the tape.
And now I understood. Now I understood. That can you show any picture of how that tape drive will be?
Tape, tape drive.
Uh, sorry to ask.
See, basically, all this infrastructure we are not using because of cloud. So
Yes, yes, yes,
in cloud, everything AWS will manage.
yes.
There is automation backup. This is called like a cache.
Oh, this needs to be physically inserted into the server.
Hmm.
Okay.
Nowadays we are using in the physical environment like on-premise data center. This is the tape.
Mm,
On-premise data center, physical environment, we are going to use tape library. Tape library means what? In one rack, they are going to insert number of tapes in one rack, and we'll be having
okay.
multiple tracks. That is called tape library. So
Tape.
whatever command we are using, tape library,
Can you spell it out? Sorry. Right. Thank you.
so in the real time, MNC companies like IBM, Infosys, Cognizant, they're going to use tape libraries. So there is a place, one place, they're going to keep all the libraries in one place. So there is one rack. In that
Mm,
rack, they're going to add number of tapes. Add number of tapes in one rack. And like this, we have multiple tracks. Maybe
mm,
100, more than 100 tracks will be there.
mm,
So in real time, we are not going to use star commands, all these backup commands. So why?
mm.
Because there is separate backup team. That is not the job of system admin or Linux admin. They separate backup team. So their job is to manage all these tape libraries. So to manage this all the tape libraries, we are going to use some third-party software, Veritas, Veritas Net Backup, or Tivoli Net Backup. Tivoli Net Backup from IBM,
Mm.
Veritas Net Backup from Veritas company. It's a graphical mode,
Okay.
user friendly.
Okay. Okay.
There are some robots are there. What the
Mm,
robots will do, if this tape is full, they remove the tape and add the new tape to this tape library.
okay.
There is no manual intervention in this tape library. Everything is automation.
And the
Your
drive
job,
name will be the same drive, or it's going to change.
when the tape is full, the tape drive automatically they'll change that.
Oh, okay.
Remove the tape, add the new tape. When the tape is full, everything will be done automatically. So while using this Veritas Net Backup, Theory Net Backup, everything is automation, user-friendly, graphical mode. We can also schedule the backup. Means what? Every time, for every for every Sunday, take the root file system backup. Here we have full backup, incremental backup, and cumulative backup. Every Sunday, they're going to take full backup. If you want, you can take this command line as well. But in graphical mode, Veritas Net Backup also we have everything is graphical mode. So every Sunday we are going to take the full backup. From Monday to Saturday, they are going to take incremental Monday to Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Till Friday, we are going to take incremental. And Saturday, we are going to take cumulative backup. Backup means what? From Sunday to till Saturday. Sunday, we are going to take a full backup. Monday, if I also take full backup, already I have 5 GB data backup in the tape drive. Again, if I take full backup, 5 GB plus today data, 2 GB or 3 GB, 5 plus 3, 8 GB data is going to take on Monday.
Yeah.
Again, if I take full backup, Tuesday is again 3 GB is added, or 2 GB is added, so 5 plus 3 plus 2, 10 GB data. Wastage of the storage.
So Sunday they're going to take the
If I
full
take
backup. From Monday to
Monday
Friday,
incremental, means what? Incremental. Means what?
incremental.
Whatever data is added in the Monday, modified, either modified
Yeah,
or created on Monday,
yeah,
it will take
yeah.
only Monday backup. Already I have it till full backup now, till Sunday.
Sunday backup
So
is there. Yes,
that data is going to add.
yes,
Again, Monday, Tuesday that will be added to the Monday backup. Wednesday
yeah.
that will be added to the Tuesday backup. That is called incremental. Till Friday incremental. End of the day, Saturday will take cumulative from Sunday to till Saturday. The whole week backup.
Okay. So at any time we'll have two backups. Sunday is full backup and cumulative backup on Saturday.
Yes, three backups. Sunday full backup, every day week incremental backups, and Saturday is a weekly backup.
Yep.
Cumulative means what? It is going to take Sunday backup plus Monday backup. Again, if I take Tuesday, Monday backup plus Tuesday backup. So we are going to maintain separate backups, separate tape for full backup, separate tape for full backup, separate tape for incremental backup, separate tape for cumulative backup. If full backup tape is corrupted, something wrong, I have a backup for this, incremental and cumulative. So for every backup, we have again another backup.
Okay.
But if you're working MNC companies, you don't need to worry about all these commands because we have a separate backup admin who is going to work on Veritas Net Backup and Theory Net Backup.
Okay.
But now when the cloud is introduced, there's no, I don't find any jobs on Veritas and Theory Net Backup.
Okay.
I worked on Veritas Net Backup. I used to take the classes on Veritas Net Backup, but now no inquiries on Veritas Net Backup because no one is using now because
No
of
one.
AWS,
Yeah.
because of cloud.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
thank you,
Thanks for giving the knowledge.
thank you.